Hey, welcome to a brand new edition of The Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com. We have an amazing segment episode for you today. We're going to talk about customer experience, VIP experience. That's one thing we're going to talk about today. Insight from our friends at Nextiva, talking about the backlash of AI content. It's getting too much. Shout out to the Goldman Sachs 1000 program. My friend Paisley Demby is part of that program. But he talks about what if Netflix acquires Warner Brothers. Some news of the day. I'm going to unpack what that means for you. Tyler Dank of Beehive Newsletter says, tongue-in-cheek, email newsletters are dying. Well, they're really not dying, and why email newsletters could be your weapon of choice. And going back to the Goldman Sachs 10,000 program, my friend Trisha M. Tate, I think, graduated from that. I think recently was part of that. So I want to touch on that and then more. Welcome to a brand new episode of The Rundown with Ramon. Check out this amazing insight from our friends at Bitdefender, so your business can be secure.
It starts with something small. An email, a phone call, a fake invoice. It looks real. It sounds urgent. One wrong move, and your business pays the price. Small businesses are easy targets for cyber criminals. With Bitdefender, they lose every time. Enjoy unstoppable security and real peace of mind so you can fight for success, not against cyber threats. Real-time protection, zero stress. Get Bitdefender today.
All right. Thanks to our friends at Bitdefender for making that happen. You can go see them at bitdefender.com/Ramon. If you didn't know it yet, cyber threats are real. Criminals are out there right now who want to attack and hack your business. Phishing, malware, ransomware, and other nasty things are there. When you click on links, maybe the website you're going to is not the website you think it is. So be careful, be vigilant, but also download security solutions to make sure your small business is secure. Let's jump right into it today. Ding, 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 ding. My friend Yaniv Masjedi, who's the Chief Marketing Officer of Nextiva, your phone company, customer experience company, and all those things, back-end services, talks about the backlash of AI-generated content. And he's very, very right. Here's what he writes on LinkedIn. First came the marketing AI boom. Now comes the backlash. After 2 years of AI-generated everything, ads and images and voices and scripts, some major brands are starting to push back. Aerie, the women's undergarment company, announced it won't use AI-generated models in its campaigns, and that post became their most liked one ever. Heineken's New York billboards read, "The best way to make a friend is over a beer." And Polaroid's latest ads remind viewers that AI can't generate sand between your toes. It's not an anti-technology stance so much as a statement about authenticity. And judging by the engagement, audiences are responding. After years of hyper-optimized, machine-polished creative, people might be craving something a little more human again. Whether this becomes a long-term movement or just momentary reaction remains to be seen. Now, I don't know where AI-generated content is going. I'm not sure, Ayanna, if AI-generated content is here to stay and more, but here's what I do think is going to change. I do think the AI slop has to be adjusted. I'm seeing more and more of my friends, good friends who I know, they're messing around with AI so much, they're just pushing so many fun stuff from Sora, cool videos and funny videos, and we're being overwhelmed. So I'm not saying we won't be using AI, but I think after a while, the hype and the newness and the freshness and the cool and the like novelty of AI will wear off, and hopefully we'll go back at some point to producing a great content that's not just AI slop. Because I do think AI slop is a real thing. I think of my friend Ayanna, the Musical Web, where I'm taking piano lessons from. Yeah, she could produce all kind of AI videos and doing cool things and pretending that she's at Carnegie Hall and all the things and doing things like she's in a stadium with 10 million people. But after a while, it gets too much. It gets just a bit tough. And you're like, you know what? I just want to see a human. I want to see her fingers on the piano keys showing me. I want to see that authenticity. So there's something to say that about human engagement. Hey, Lakeia, glad you're here today. Good morning to you. Thanks, Lakeia, for being here on the Rundown with Ramon show. Thank you, Ayanna, for being here on the Rundown with Ramon show. There's something about the human experience which makes a difference. So I encourage you, as you're using AI, I had a call with Adobe yesterday. Use all the good tools. Use Adobe, use Canva, use Grok, and all these tools. Sure, they help us. And I use AI in the back end to help me be more productive in my business, to help me get insights and intelligence in my business. But also beyond that, don't just push out so much content that it gets so sloppy and people don't trust you. People don't know if it's you or not. and it becomes so overwhelming that they just tune out. And that's the danger. You're producing so much polished or not polished, so much silly AI content all the time that people just begin to simply tune you out. And here's the danger of it: you won't even know they're tuning you out. They'll just stop reading and you won't even realize it. So be careful of that. AI slop is a real thing. I'm seeing more and more AI generated content, and it is getting to be a bit much. We signed up for the social networks to really hear from each other, to get insight from each other, to see what IAN is doing, to see what Lakea is doing, to see what community is doing. But man, when everybody's pushing all that, if I'm doing out 500 videos a day of silly AI videos, and so is Iana, so is Lakea, it gets a bit much. And then it devalues. You become the signal to noise ratio. You may have heard of that word before. Well, what's the true signal? The true pure signal of information, of content, and what's just noise, blah, 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 that's overwhelming our senses. Consider that in your business marketing. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I encourage you to check out bitdefender.com/Ramon. Do that now. Do yourself a favor. Go to bitdefender.com/Ramon and check that out right now. And also remember, I encourage you, if you don't want to miss out information like this, we got information like this every day going across our social channels and on zoneofgenius.com. Check us out at zoneofgenius.com/subscribe, zoneofgenius.com/subscribe. And remember, many of you are like, Ramon, I want to work with you. I want you to mentor me. I want you to help me in my business. I can do that. Join me in Ramon Office Hours at RamonOfficeHours.com. Brand new mentorship program. I'm going to help you grow your business. Join other people who are already signing up. See all the information there, RamonOfficeHours.com. Ding, 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 ding. Moving on. Paisley Demby, who manages the Goldman Sachs 10,000 program at LaGuardia College in Queens, I believe, here in the New York area. He had a post that said, what if Netflix acquired Warner Brothers? And here's what he says. One platform, one powerhouse, one global content machine, yes. Whether it ever happens or not, who knows? But this thought experiment reveals a powerful business truth. The biggest winners don't just compete. They reposition the battlefield. Woo, that is good. It's not about competing. It's about looking at the battlefield, looking at who's competing and saying, hey, how can we change this? How can we make this better for our own needs and purposes and reposition where the war is? This is important. When I think about what I'm doing, I don't have as big as a platform as Brene Brown, as Damon John, as many other Shark Tank sharks and million followers on Instagram and YouTube. I don't have that play. That's not my deal. But I can tell the many brand sponsors I work with, if you're looking to touch an influencer, you're looking for someone who has credibility, authenticity, someone who has years of experience, and you want to work with me directly and have me as layered onto your brand, me be the ketchup to your hamburger, you can work with Ramon Ray. Reposition yourself in the battlefield. Don't just take things as they are. Here's what he says. One platform, one powerhouse. Goes on. The biggest winners don't just compete. They reposition the battlefield. This is important. Netflix didn't beat Blockbuster by having better stores. No, they changed the entire delivery model and says, here's how we're going to do it. So here's what I want you to ask yourself today. Are you still competing only on price and features? Or are you redesigning how your customer experiences your brand? This is important. Are you defending yesterday's model or building tomorrow's model? Now, you may think, Ramon, I'm a small business. What can I do? How can I compete? Well, guess what? You can compete. You just have to play a different game. As my coach, Lamar Tyler, says, you have to stop playing checkers and start to play chess. The competitive landscape is real. The competitive landscape is here. It's only going to grow, and grow. The question is, how will you participate, or will you be left behind in the proverbial dust and not being able to compete the way you should be? So love that. Talking about Netflix and Warner Brothers, we can chat. Should they do it? Should they not? All those kind of things. I get it. No budget excuse, no fear-based answers, just vision. But when you look at what game is being played, what's the competitive market like, there's room for everybody to do things differently and see the market different. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. If you're liking this content, liking this insight, check us out at zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com. Subscribe. Don't miss out, zoneofgenius.com/subscribe. And, of course, join me in Ramon Office Hours, where I can mentor and coach you to help you grow your business at RamonOfficeHours.com. Ding, 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 ding. If you don't know Beehive, Beehiiv, Beehiiv is an email newsletter service similar to Substack, but different. And Tyler Dank reminds us that people have said email marketing is dead since the 1990s. Here's why people say email doesn't work. Here's why they say it doesn't work. Spam overload. There's instant messaging, so we don't need email. We're tired of getting emails. MySpace is gone. Facebook is here or there. What about using RSS or Google Readers? We don't need email newsletters. We can get it in our web browser. We got Twitter and Instagram, so that replaces email newsletters. AI replaces everything. Yeah. Slack and workplace chat, because I'm inundated with emails. What about mobile push notifications? You're right. All that is true. All that is true. And you shouldn't just be a one-trick pony. But the reality, Tyler says, is that 4 billion users are on email. Email will always evolve. 300 billion emails are sent daily. Email is the only audience that you own and can build up. Every major creator has an email list. Email isn't a platform, it's infrastructure. And it drives $2 trillion of business annually, especially for your business clients. So yes, indeed, email is overflooded. Email is overloaded, yes. But we're in an attention deficit economy, that's for sure. The cat's already out the bag. That's not going to go back. That's already there. The question is, what will you choose to participate in? And if you're just on social media, you're missing out. If you're just on social media, you need to build your email list and be in an email-focused world for sure. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Alexandria Nicole is here. Love seeing you, Alexandria Nicole. Definitely want to check what Alexandria is doing out, building her amazing community to elevate your growth. EYGevents.com, EYGevents.com. If you don't want to be alone, you want an amazing community of people, like-minded people, in-person events, online events, Facebook group, and more. Definitely check out what Alexandria is building at EYGevents.com. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray, encouraging you to leverage the power of email to grow your business. Ding, 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 ding. I want to give props to Trisha Tate. If you don't know Trisha Tate, check her out. Trisha, Tricia, Trisha Tate, Taitt. She's a fractional CFO, and she's part of the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program, which I want to shout out. That program is going on for a few years now, where for free, I believe it is, it trains small business owners to get over the hump of, I believe, to grow over $1 million in sales or something like that. It's a systematic process where it trains you, get a certification, and it helps to unlock how you're stuck in your mind. So I just wanted to say their name and call them out. Ding, 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 ding. Here's the meat of the day that I wanted to touch on. Talking about building a VIP experience for your customers. Check this out. Another tip when you're doing events and other experiences is attendees love VIP experiences. So Visionaire's VIP Lounge is a nice lounge to set up where you can bring people in, and have them feel special, have them feel good. Red carpet, different experience. Love that, love that, love that VIP experience set up so people can feel welcome. And Damon John will be in here later on as well. Love it. So I thought that was very interesting. Another tip when you're doing events and other experiences is attendees love VIP experiences. A VIP experience to your customers. Providing a VIP experience to your customers. I want to touch on that. Before I do that, I want to touch on here. Alexandria Nicole, thanks for being here. Think of email marketing as one-on-one conversation with your community with minimal distractions. Amen to that. Yes, indeed. Thanks, Alexandria Nicole. So, why is it important to consider customer experience, VIP experiences for your customers? Everybody loves to feel good. Glenn Lundy, one of my mentors, calls out people's names on his live show. People like to hear their name. People like to feel the appreciation. As Maya Angelou is famous to have said, people won't remember what you said, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. People want to feel special. And why is this? This is part of the human experience, and you cannot deny this. I was looking at a dog recently on the train, and the dog was laying its head on its owner's leg. Why? The dog wanted to feel. Babies, they need to feel. It's part of our emotional senses, part of how God has made us. We cannot fight against it. Why do you think Bed Bath & Beyond, or Bath & Body Works, I think it is, Bath & Body Works has all the smelly things in the store so the ladies can go in there and plug the things into the wall and overwhelm the house? Our senses of touch, of smell, of sight, of seeing, our internal senses of wanting to feel appreciated. Why do you think people love Christmas or Hanukkah decorations, bringing family together, a thank you or acknowledgement? So, what I'm getting at is the video I just showed. This is a red carpet experience. How can you provide a red carpet experience to your customers? How can you begin to segment out your customers to know maybe who's a lead, what do they get, who's not yet a customer, who's bought, everybody gets this, who's bought multiple times, and maybe they get something extra special. Now, you may not like to say, Ramon, we don't want to exclude people. Well, the world is exclusionary. Trust me. I fly on the United Airlines or whatever airline I'm flying on multiple times. I get the points up. They let me board towards the front of the plane or towards first. I can sit where I want. They let me board first. It's what it is. This is incentivizing people for action. Again, we can't fight this human experience. And my question for you today, what are you doing to segment your list? What are you doing to make people feel special? What are you doing to say, everybody, you get this, but these people get this? Rewards for the status that people have achieved. This is important to consider. Are you building in moments of appreciation? Are you building in experiential touch points in your business? If you want repeat customers, a webinar I gave yesterday with VeriSign, building in customer experiences, building in touch points is one way to do it. This is important to keep in mind. If you want to grow a business, you need to learn to segment your customers and not veer from that. My name is Ramon. We'll be back in about 7 seconds. You got any questions for me, insights for me, want me to answer before we close down this edition of the Rundown with Ramon? Let me know. Enjoy being with you today. Got a question for me? You got time to ask it, and I'll answer it live right now, and we'll be back in about 7 seconds. All right. Welcome back. That was a quick break as we get ready to close out this edition of the Rundown with Ramon. Always love having friends here who are here live and who are here on demand. We have a number of people watching on demand after we do the show live. So feel free, whether you're here or not, put in the chat. Let us know you're hearing it. Let us know you're hearing the replay or live. Either way, it doesn't matter, but I'm glad you're here today. My name is Ramon Ray, and reminding you a few actions I want you to take. One, definitely check out our friends at bitdefender.com. They make this show possible. So do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Go to bitdefender.com/Ramon. Check that out. And the main thing is, don't miss out. Don't miss out on content like this where we publish every single day. zoneofgenius.com/subscribe, or just go to the main flagship site, zoneofgenius.com, and make sure you're signed up to receive our insights and information. Woo! Alexandra got a question in. Alexandra, you're on fire. Alexandra, ask this question. How frequently do you send emails, and how many is considered too much? I love this question. So I send out emails probably about every day. Zone of Genius email newsletter goes out Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have a high open rate. It's amazing insight, tips and insights like this to grow your business. Then we have an email newsletter that goes out sometimes on Wednesday with tips for business success, direct tips for business success. And that goes out on Wednesday. And then if I have an email blast, something specifically, an offer I want to send out, I send that out. So somebody could get an email from me every day. And here's what I say. If they don't want it, they can unsubscribe, no problem. But I hope I'm providing enough value overall that they'll want to stay signed up to what Ramon is producing. And here's why, Alexandra, as I know you know, I'm not just on one platform. I do live video. I do non-live video. I'm on social media. I'm at email newsletter. I do in-person events. I'll be in-person events across the country. So I hit my audience up. I'm around my audience. The Ramon Ray brand is built across multiple platforms. So that's a great question. And thank you, everybody. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Don't forget to check us out. Sign up to our email newsletter so you don't miss out. Zoneofgenius.com. Thanks for being here. And make sure you let somebody else know that you appreciate them. Make an impact on somebody else's life, because we need more people to stand up and be counted so that people who are hurting know that they have hope. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. Thanks for being here. And with that, Alexandra, thank you for that great question. I appreciate you. Leading with value is important, and you do a great job with it. Well, Alexandra, thank you. Thank you. We do a great job. I appreciate that. It's good getting to know you better and hang out with you the last few weeks. And again, everybody check out what Alexandra is doing at EYGEvents.com, EYGEvents.com. All things elevate your growth. With that, have a great morning, great evening, great day, depending on when you're watching or listening to this. I'll see you next time on the next Rundown with Ramon.